Good afternoon, designers, and welcome to today's episode of Game of Rugs. Today we have so much to look at because it's gone a little bit crazy out there. It really has. These rooms, you guys, these rooms are whack. Let's, as an example, just begin by looking at today's daily challenge. I actually myself don't think that this room is that bad, but I have heard a ton of people saying that they're going to dump room it. For people who don't know what a dump room is when you hate a room or you have nothing that meets the requirements of the challenge, and so you use it as an excuse to get rid of all of the stuff that you don't want hanging around in your inventory, and you deliver a room that is just, like it has, in this case, it would have like an orange couch, one pink French chair, like a green deco chair, two mismatched ottomans, like some crazy wooden coffee table. Like, you do not care what the room looks like. You are just filling it with stuff that you don't care about to get your $2,500. Which is fine, and that can be a perfectly strategic thing to do. It's just that I don't think that this room is such a bad challenge that I have to dump room it. What I am stuck on is, first, I was stuck on what the thing in the corner is. I thought it was like another Dalek, because we've had at least two of those before. Somebody at this games company really likes Doctor Who. But that aside, and then I realized that it's a stove. It's a stove not for cooking, but for heating. So it sits in the corner of the room, and the chimney is actually behind it, inside the wall, and that's why the wall is not a rectangular corner like that. They've put the chimney stack in the corner of the room and then walled it off, which is not uncommon. You see that in cottages in Ireland sometimes. So that's definitely a thing. Anyway, there's our little architectural history lesson for the week. I don't know how anybody puts up with me. And this is the room. I don't mind it. I mean, I'm not like mad about it. Having done this room, I'm really confused about what to do for a rug. So I have a couple of options. I could do this. And I could use my last Pink Sands rug. I could do this, except I won't because I'm not crazy. I could do this, which would be the closest thing to having no rug. And that might be what I end up going with. Probably not. I don't mind that at all. It's okay. Like, I like that. And I'm more likely to do that than any of the other contenders so far. I could go with this gray, which is not the worst thing ever, and it works with the stove in the corner. I'll tell you what I really want to do. I really want to do that. I really love that. But it's gonna score like hot garbage. So, probably not. And then I could do this, which is sort of a safe bet. I feel like the swirly fracturing on the carpet matches the swirly fracturing on the magenta wall art. So that it could happen. Having said all of that, this is still my favorite. Maybe I will do that. I mean, if other people are dump rooming, then I don't know. So here, look, we've been here for like 5 minutes talking about this room. I think we should probably move on with our lives. Let's take a look at some scores. All the detail. Here's a nice thing about having hit middle age. I can't remember shit. So every time we get scores, I'm like, oh, what's that room that's coming up that I'm going to get a score for? I don't remember that at all. So it's exciting literally every time. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's exciting. What was this room? I don't remember this at all. No, I do remember this room now that I see it. Yeah, I like this. I was really happy with the design that I put in for this. I mean, I knew that it wasn't going to be revolutionary, and this is not a revolutionary score, but it's a score I'm happy with. Seems fair. All right, and then here is this antique mirror scalloped vanity table that is what we won for this challenge. Um, I just think it's really weird. We keep winning this silver deco furniture. Eventually, I'm going to have to put it all together in a room. I assume there's some sort of design home challenge coming up where it's all going to be useful. Anywho, let's have a look. Brave. Very brave. Look at all of the pattern combinations in this room. The ottomans, and then the side table, and the chair. I'm really delighted that this room scored so well because I love to see inventive use of pattern. And that person did a really nice job. Okay, no offense to Royal Barbie, but this was such a predictable thing to do with this room that I have nothing to say about it. I mean, actually, do you know what? I really like the rug. Really like the rug. I don't think I've ever actually seen that used before. I wonder if it was a recent prize. Anyway, this room is just too OTT for me. It is not ringing my particular bell. I don't understand what's going on with the polka dot ottomans and the seashell rug. Those things do not seem to go together for me, even if we're doing like the whole pattern mixing thing. But sure, what do I know? Really, really like this pin. It is studded, but it looks like it's pinstriped, and I really like this sofa. And the other thing from this room I really like is these gold dip branches. These are such a great choice. They work perfectly. I mean, what do I mean they work perfectly? They are black and gold. I don't know why we didn't see more of these in the whole deco thing that has been going on for the past, 27 years. The other place that those would have been amazing are in Satan's pool that we saw yesterday. Anyway, so that was that room, and my design is really, compared to the rooms that scored fives, my design is super clean, and I'm okay with that. A Wichita Welcome was this? Oh, this was a Wichita Welcome was the room in Kansas that had nothing to do with deco and gave me the strength to keep on living. I did my typical gray and yellow thing just because I was so over the lack of color in deco designs that we'd been looking at for the past 27 years. So I'm going to guess that this room scored a 4.3. Oh my good gravy. It did not score a 4.3. It scored a 4.97. Guess what? Everybody else is sick of deco too. That tickles my funny bone no end. What did we win? Okay, I'm happy about that coffee table. Look, somebody else did the same. Why did I get a 5 and I didn't get a 5? Because they used the lemon wall art. Okay, how salty do I want to get about this? Should I go look at... I mean, the differences are very slight. It's all about preference. Objectively, the wall art that I chose is better. It's less childish. It's more sophisticated. It's actually art. This is like the pear prints, which I do like, are kitchen prints. They're the sort of things you buy at TJ Maxx, which is not me throwing shade at TJ Maxx. I love me some TJ Maxx. But I do understand that those are really popular, and I get why that room won. So I'm okay with that. And then some people went deco, but we don't have to talk about that. So we're not going to. Decked out in Miami. Oh, I got a 5. This is my second 5 on an outdoor room. What? What? This was a very mediocre room. I almost didn't submit this. I mean, it's so mediocre. I did not even use matching side tables, you guys. The table on the left, at the edge of the couch, is different than the table next to the armchair. And that is a armchair that has no business being outside. My console table over there in the back has no business being outside. And I just used this art because it was sort of pink, and I had a pink table thing. This is the most undeserved 5 in the history of 5s. I mean, I'll take it. And I'm super happy for the diamonds. And I really like this scalloped stainless steel dining table. I pity whoever has to clean it, because having lived with stainless steel appliances in a kitchen, can I just say that all you do, your life becomes wiping fingerprints off the stainless steel with the special stainless steel cleaner. You can't use regular cleaner. The whole thing is a nightmare. It looks very good. Is awful to live with. Well, I like all of these more than mine. I mean, sometimes you win just as a fluke of voting. It's about who you are up against. Like, this is much better than mine. This person deserved their 5. Look, they used 2 trees. Did I even use 2 trees? Who knows? And that's way better. That's really good. Very nice choice of art with their rug. I wish we'd seen more of that pink rug in the deco rooms, too. This is nothing special. Oh, sorry. I have no depth perception currently, and I do keep hitting the microphone. I'm very sorry about that. Nice. I like the mix of prints. Really like their trees. How grown up do I have to be to get those trees? Level 25. Well, I was looking forward to being level 24 for the amazing art, but now I'm looking forward to being level 25 so I can buy that fig tree. What a nice tree. I'm really, could this be more bland? Like, this is even more bland than mine, and mine was bland. They also, however, did better than I did, because they used 2 matching side tables, whereas I did not. I used one of these side tables, but I did not use 2 of them. They did make much more sophisticated individual furniture selections than I did. Like, those ottomans are really classy. I mean, I don't really want to live with them, but they are very architectural, and they go very well with the very architectural coffee table as well. Huh. Okay, well, look, sometimes you get robbed of a 5, and you don't get the 5 that you really deserve. This is very nice. What a good job this person did. Excellent. Right, so as I was saying, sometimes you get robbed of a 5 that you really deserve, and I guess sometimes you get a 5 you don't deserve. And it all balances out in the great game of life. Also the great game of design home. All right, so we've done some scores. We've looked at this crazy daily. And let's just talk about some of the other crazy rooms that are currently going on. This, yes. Furnish an eclectic nursery for a creative young couple in Manchester, New Hampshire. Okay. Before we look at the nursery, can we just, look at the very nice, sort of, it's somewhere between Queen Anne and Arts and Crafts. And then this is the nursery. This is the nursery. This is the nursery. The nursery requires you to style with a gold cocktail table. So obviously we're going to be rocking the baby while drinking martinis. And it requires 2 furry items. So I guess this is a baby who never vomits, because you're definitely never going to be able to wipe baby puke off of a furry anything. Yeah. I mean, for rugs, like, we could do that. We could do that. I think I have do we have a black? There, I have a black rug. We could do that. Yeah, but basically, I just feel like this is the nursery that is in the same house as yesterday's pool, swimming pool. Remember the scores that came in for the swimming pools yesterday? And that room was floor to ceiling black. And that was like Satan's pool. And I was like, oh, well, I'm glad Lucifer's getting his cardio. I don't really know what to say except that I look at this room and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad that the Dark Lord is raising a child in this room that's painted black. Who does that? I guess it's a very goth baby. I don't really know what to say, you guys, about this room. It is so crazy. It has absolutely nothing to do with babies. And so everybody who's decorating this room is, I am sure, just ignoring the whole baby part of this equation. Because, man, this is so crazy. I mean, it's a very nice room, but you guys, what it is not is a nursery. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the rug. I don't know what to do with the puppy who's soaring in the background and making loads of noise here. I don't know what to do about submitting this room, and I don't know what to do about the fact that I need to... can I just find another chair to go with this so I don't have to buy one? Furry. Oh, yeah, no, the chair is furry. Okay, I do have to buy that. That's fine. Anyway, I'm going to make some sort of decision about the floor in this crazy room and submit it. And then I wonder if I have any other rooms going on. I am on so many drugs at the moment that I can't remember anything, and so everything is a surprise. File with 3 white leather items. What is this? Yeah, this is bad. I actually am not going to submit this. I can't make this room come together. These ottomans are not counting as white leather, and so I have to use other ottomans, and I don't like any of my ottoman choices, so I'm not doing that. Shaped for Seattle. I remember liking something about this. It's also vague. Oh, I do actually like this room, this bedroom, and I might submit this. I probably will. I do like this room. So what I'm going to do is buy the furry armchair that is required by the Dark Lord's nursery, and then see if I can get that furry armchair to work in this room. Otherwise, I have other white chairs that I can use. It's just the feet are not dark, so I might use this instead, since you can't see the feet. But for some reason, that other chair that doesn't really super match was better. It's because of the feet. I don't know. I'm trying to pay more attention to that kind of detail because I've noticed that the rooms that score fives really really like they're all about that level of detail, and that's why they do so well. It's about more than things just going together. Okay, this is the last room in the Timeless 20s series, and it really goes to prove the point that I made at the very beginning of this series, which is that you're going to get screwed on room number 5. Like 6 worlds away items. I don't own 6 worlds away items, and you know why? Because I'm not made of fracking money. Nobody just buys those things for funsies, and you don't get them as prizes all that often either. I mean, we're not doing this, but like just for fun. That is a side table. It's an accent table. You only need one of them. Oh no, you can use 2 of them, which is good because everything in here is like $1 million. I mean, all right, here. Worlds away. We could buy this for $498. And then how much are the stools? Yeah, the stools are okay, 400. And chairs. Oh, I do own some of these. I could dump room this. What's the prize? Do I want the prize? Because I could dump room this. What is the prize? No, it's a dresser. I don't care. Okay. Anyway, so now I've spent 20 minutes talking about nothing, and there is my really terrible 5-star room that could not be less Miami. I mean, have you been to Miami? Because I don't think these people have. But yeah, this room could not be any less Miami. It's terrible. It's cheap. I'm so sorry. I apologize to everybody else who did a room that's better than this, which is like everybody. And on that note, I think we're going to call it a day. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today on Game of Rugs. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see future episodes, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Thanks a lot and have a great weekend. Bye.